Okay, now that the GT500 is mobile, of course, we all know I have to work on the ZR1. So the ZR1's motor is hurt. I don't know what happened, to be honest with you, but I noticed that inlet air temps are really high. So maybe when this guy got serviced, there was an air pocket in there. Who knows? My job is not to figure out why. My job is to get it fixed. So what I'm gonna do is actually take the motor out, which it's pretty involved. Got to take, drain all the fluids, take the headers and X pipe off first, support the torque tube, take the wheels off, get it up in the air, and just take all the accessories out of it. Radiator, I mean everything, right? Big deal, big a bunch of work I have to do. Be really careful with the engine harness because they're very frail. These Chevy engine harnesses don't necessarily have a lot of flexibility to them like Coyotes do. And it's an older car, it's an 09. So basically what I'm gonna do is take the motor out, and the short block is gonna get done locally. Found a shop, trust is there. Jake from Power by the Hour said, dude, if they fuck up, I'll buy it. And I'm like, okay, say less. And the cylinder heads, I might send out to get valve job ported once they're out. And then when it gets built, I'm going to have somebody assemble it that has familiarity with them. And we'll put a cam in it. We'll put the heads down, put certain gaskets, whatever they recommend. But I just am trying to save a bunch of money and headache, because if I ship this thing somewhere to get built, it's going to be a $3,000 bill just for shipping, then the motor work, then the install. I'm going to be into it for like $9,000 to $10,000. So, and technically I could be into it for $9,000 to $10,000 just to motor work alone, but at least I'm saving on labor, shipping, and trust, because I have control of the situation. Everything is local, so I'll try to hammer that away and see how I kind of get some progress done on this thing. It sucks, but it does have close to 60,000 miles. A lot of them were probably stock, probably not run on great fuel, but I mean, thing made good power when I had it, and then it didn't. So I know a lot of you are making speculations as to, who had it last. Honestly, I don't care about that shit. Right now, I'm just going to fix it and be done with it so that I have 100% control of the situation, so that the next time this thing goes in and something happens, there is nobody to blame but myself. This is the lesson you learn when you build cars. If you do a lot of the work yourself, you cannot blame anybody else. It's 100% you, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna send this out to anybody except for obviously the motor work, and if the install and everything is good and it's mechanically sound, anything above and beyond that, it's my fault, nobody else's. So, hood out, car up, wheels out, accessories out, blower out, and then start taking the motor out. And got it wrapped up, so scratches are a minimum. It's basically shrink wrap, both sides. Let's get the hood off. Okay, well, chicken or the egg? Is the oil from when it blew up, or is the oil, I like the fact that you can see the export on Greg's stuff, or is the oil from after the fact? I don't know. Gotta take a look at these guys, make sure they're not fucked up, so I'll do that when the blower comes off. But yeah, a heavy amount of oil everywhere. So, chicken or the egg? Did it happen when it blew up, or did it happen beforehand and that caused oil to be combusted along with high IAT? One funny thing is, when I took the lid off, no fluid came out. Typically when I undo the lines for the bricks, like no fluid came out at all. And I was a little concerned about that, because I'm like, where's all the, I'm used to seeing a bunch of coolant, like a little bit of coolant, but it usually just drip out of here. So again, I don't know, but look at tons and tons of oil. So this thing absolutely needs a catch can the next time it goes in. So I'm probably gonna upgrade the lid to a Kong lid, better bricks. These are supposedly the upgraded deals, but who knows? So I'm gonna upgrade the lid, upgrade the bricks, catch can. This situation is gonna go away, do the Kong stuff. But yeah, look, I mean, just showing you the tear down. So I'll probably take the cylinder heads off and have the short block worked on, and I'll have the heads ported elsewhere. But for now, let me just keep chugging. As you can see, a little puddle of oil is on the Allen head of all the hold down. Oh, that one came out of the hold down bolts for the supercharger. Come on, there you go. Oh yeah, so it's plenty of oil to go around here. I'm really liking this camera. It's super nice. So, a little oil bath going on there. That's right. Rotors, No noise, no crunching. Just, you know, I wish it didn't have... Looks like something made its way through. So I'll have to... I'm going to probably take a cylinder head off. The cylinder heads off. Jake told me not to. Jake told me not to take them apart, but I got to see what's going on in those cylinders and see if they're even worth sending out. And if they're not, then we'll see what's happening. If they are, then I'll send a short block out and send the heads out to get worked on. Blower is out. Car is up in the air. Drain the oil. Loosen the X-pipe. Loosen the headers. Get the alternator out of there, get the power steering pump out of there, supposedly loosen something about the steering rack, whatever the fuck that is, undo whatever sensors are left, and attempt the lift off. Alright, before I start yanking stuff, just wanted to show you guys what I found down here. Oil is definitely making its way into the combustion chamber. Obviously, it's on the passenger side only because the driver's side seems pretty dry, so yep, gonna pull these guys out. It's been, I don't want to jinx it, but it's been trouble-free. Everything's going pretty smooth. After I get the headers off, I'm gonna undo all the bolts I can on the bell housing. This is my biggest, the clutch. I don't know shit about it. I don't know what dimensions needed to be taken, so I'm hoping that I can undo the bell housing and that I have enough room to go forward to, undo the spline actuation on the torque tube, and I hope it comes up. If not, luckily Rami's on the horn. But yeah, a little bit of oil was being combusted, so I'm sure a piston ringland said bye-bye. Wow, so got as far as getting everything unbolted. I have to undo the power steering pump. I'm not sure if I have to pull the radiator. I'm hoping I have enough forward slack that I can undo the spline. If I don't, then I gotta undo the radiator. I'm hoping I don't have to do that because then I have to mess with even more stuff. And yeah, I like how somebody made fun of the fact that this wasn't mounted right the first time. You should see how this is mounted. There's no bolt on the other side unless they threaded it, which, you know, I have no clue if they threaded it or not, but there's no bolt on the other side. So anyway, now I'm hearing that I have to undo the cradle. Listen to this, that I have to undo the cradle, drop the cradle so that I can have enough slack going forward so that it clears that rack and pinion right there. So I thought I could just loosen the rack and pinion, but apparently I gotta loosen the cradle. The whole front 4 bolts that holds the whole front end in. Boy, yeah. So today I'm done because I've been at it for 8 hours straight, and I'm not one of these guys that's gonna hammer away for 15 hours. It's the weekend. I wanna enjoy a little bit of the weekend. So treat it like a work day. Come back to it tomorrow, and we'll see if the motor comes out of there sooner than later, and then we'll see about taking the heads off. Day 2. Oh, yeah, have a garage door open up. So, I'm gonna move all this stuff out again and keep on cranking. Hopefully this guy comes out today. That's the plan, but talking to Rami yesterday, he's like, brother, just take this out. Don't fuck around. And I'm like, really, dude? He goes, yeah, you're gonna have to loosen some lines and shit. But, you know, the condenser for the AC, be careful with it. Just, you know, get it out of there. Get it out of your life. It's just going to be a lot easier. I'm like, fuck. Okay, whatever. So, yeah, and he said to be careful back there because all that shit back there, if you're clanging around, it's not a good time. So he's like, be very careful of what you do back there. I'm like, okay. So I'm just trying to look at where I might be able to pick this thing up from. I wish I had one of those motor plates because then it'd be a lot easier to have a picking point. But my rigging experience might come into play here, and I might do some funky stuff, so I'll figure out where I can grab stuff and lift it, but let's get cranking on it. You guys to see the face of success. Oh, it's just pulling an LS. Gotcha. It's not from a truck. It's from a piece of shit C6 engineered by assholes. Anyway, got the motor out. Yeah, not fun. I mean, yeah, you Coyote guys, you got it good. So in order for this thing to go back in, I think that torque tube has to come out. I am not gonna try to line up this stupid clutch with this situation the way I took it out. So a couple things I have to do. I have to take this radiator out for sure. When it comes to installing the motor, torque tube absolutely has to come out. I'm not gonna go through that again. And I'll install the motor with the clutch in it and then put the torque tube in, which I know it's going to be a major nightmare, but just for like peace of mind. The amount of grounds this car has is astonishing to me. It has 3 grounds per side. 1, 2, 3. Where the fuck is this side? Oh, actually, I'm sorry. Wait, yeah, it does. That's the other side of the harness. And this side, dude, I counted like 3 grounds on this side also. It also has oil coolers. There's my oil coolers down there somewhere. It has for this dry sump, so the oil lines, oil coolers. This rack is a nightmare. So what I'm gonna have to do is probably, geez, I got sweat all over my phone. Remove it so that going in it's a lot easier, or leave it in, bolt it in, and then slide the sucker in without having to worry about the torque tube. So if I don't have to worry about the torque tube, this guy can stay in. If I am gonna try to install it with that in, this guy has to come out because the crank pulley hits that. This thing is engineered like a truck to me. I don't know how the hell they justified $100,000 unless it was because the amount of lines and fittings and coolers they had to put in this thing. I hope I didn't scratch the front of the car. Oh boy. Whew. Thank God. Jesus Christ, because I was just slamming the sucker. So here we go. I swear to God, this thing's heavier than a Coyote. It just feels heavy. So here it is. I'll be honest with you, I'm probably not going to do anything anymore today. I'm wiped out. I don't want to get dehydrated. It's 92 degrees in the garage, humid as hell. I'll keep this guy here for a bit. If I come back a little later, like around nighttime after eating and taking the pup out and hydrating, fuck, I think I'll take a cylinder head out and I'm going to take this one out. Fuck, I'll take both out. Fuck it. And then, God damn it, there's just so much shit to take. I mean, not so much shit. It's better. It's out. I'm happy. But yeah, here's the oil cooler situation. Here's the RPS Twin, $3,000 clutch. This is what held me up from taking the everything out. But yeah, here's an LS9. I'm gonna take the heads off just to see, but if it's really jacked up, probably put it for sale. If it's not jacked up, I'll do some research as to what it takes to get a short block and send the heads out, have them not ported, but just new valves, valve job, just to make sure the springs and everything is new. I'm not really a fan of porting it because these are, look at it, just look at it. It's gonna move some air. It just needs a cam to help that air move around. So, extremely hot day. Got the motor out. I'm not gonna end the video here because I think I'm gonna take the cylinder heads out. So let me hydrate, take the pup out, and we'll see if I can come back and take the cylinder heads out. I might get the AC going in here so I have a cool garage to work in because man, it is ridiculously hot outside. All right, I took a shower. I went out to Flanagan's, got some wings, you know, lived a bit of a normal life. So the AC's been going for 2 hours in that garage. So yeah, I'm dying. So hopefully the garage is cooled down. Then I can take the cylinder heads off and at least look and bring you some kind of content as to, you know, what is the condition of the cylinder, the cylinder walls and the piston. I suspect one piston is really jacked up because of the amount of oil that was in the blower, exhaust, everything. So I'm going to pull the passenger side off first and we'll see what it looks like. So before that, we want to see if the cooled down in there a little bit. All right, got my custom insulation, aka car cover. Been going for a couple hours, so we'll see. It's all right. I wish it was better. So this has now become the engine LS teardown room. So yeah, it's soft for this. It's on this little roller cart. So let's see what's all going on in there. And if it's cake to take apart, I'll just go ahead and take both sides apart. Obviously, I got to take the front accessories off. So yeah, I'm going to get started and let you know what I see. All right, I guess I'll take progressive video. Really? Can really? You know, Chevy loves bolts. There's just so many oh, hey, nice small block Ford. Yeah, okay. So, okay. So, okay. One, two. Yeah. I like it. Wow. Oh yeah. Oh boy. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Well. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good that we took it apart. So, looks like the block is trashed. So this piston suffered a catastrophic failure, obviously, and it took a chunk of the block and indented it because I was combusting. I had to drive it back. I'm sure if I would have caught, there's the ring right there. Look at the ring. So look at the piston. So yeah, I mean, that looks like it's in there quite a bit. I'm not sure how much meat these motors have, but obviously, you know, it's gonna need quite a bit of repair. Let's see if I can, there you go. This is better. Yeah, there you go, that's better. You can see the contrast. Oh yeah, it's definitely got a chunkness. Let's take the gasket off. Oh, I don't want to get shit on my chucks. I took a shower. I don't want to get dirty again. Fuck that. Alright. Yeah. I don't know how much these are hugged out, if any, or what the allowable limit is. But the fact that it's, you know... Hello, ring. Oh, hello. How are you? Let me see what happens if I turn on the flashlight of the camera. There we go. That's even better. See, now you can see right there, it's got a good indented chunk right where the combustion was happening. So it was just firing, and se acabó el party. So obviously, knowing that that's like that, I'm not even going to take the other side off because the oil was on this side, not on that side. So this is toast. The block might be junk, who knows, but I'll post the video. I'll see what the people have to say. And more educated LS people can give me some guidance. But to me, it looks like it's no bueno because one cylinder is jacked. The others look okay. A lot of oil in the pistons, especially these two. So this thing was combusting oil, so it wasn't a good time. But there you have it. Okay, so I don't know what cylinder number that is, but I heard that number 8 was the one that was having issues when a shop leak tested or did a leak down test on it. They said that it had a number 8 cylinder had 40%, whatever the leak blow by, whatever. But this piston, I don't think is number 8. It wouldn't make sense for it to be number 8, or maybe it is. Who the hell knows how LS guys are? But obviously the block is, or the cylinder is compromised. So it looks like it's going to need either a lot of work, sleeve, which, do they sleeve just one? I don't know. If you're there, that'd be cool if you could just sleeve one to spec and then get a stock piston in there. But again, I'll let the experts that know some stuff, of course, on the internet, in the comment section, let me know what you think I should do. Obviously, I'm leaning towards a brand new LS9, or at least a brand new LS9 short block, so that I can reuse my heads, send my heads out, do some valve work, nothing porting, nothing crazy, stuff a cam in it, and then be good to go for a lot less money than a brand new LS9. But if I can source an LS9 reasonably priced, that's enough. That's enough fan. Ah, there we go. I can think now. If I can source an LS9 reasonably priced, then I might, you know, take a peek at it. Let me look at the valves. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it was burning. So these are big fucking valves. No wonder the LS9 does pretty well. What size are these? You guys might be able to tell me, but these are good size valves. But the heads look okay, so that's good.
Heads aren't compromised. That valve looks kind of chunky. Yeah, that valve looks kind of chunky. Like it was combusting metal chunks, so hopefully the seat isn't fucked up. But you guys will be able to... Are these worth anything to anyone? Like, are LS9 heads worth anything to anyone? Because, you know, if I can find a new motor, I'll just go ahead and sell this as a rebuildable core. Obviously, I'm going to keep the clutch because it doesn't even have 200 miles on it. But anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for me today. So, in the comment section, you guys are going to try to guide me as to what to do. Looks, I don't know if they repair one sleeve. I don't know if that's a thing. But I'll talk to people that I know, see what the deal is, and I'll report back. But anyway, thanks for hanging in there with me. It was took a couple of days, total of maybe 12 hours of back busting work. My back's hurting, but I got it done. It's out. Now the Corvette can get put back together as a roller, meaning roll it in and out. And if someone wants to buy it, maybe, who knows about the money. But for now, that'll be it. Hopefully I'll give you guys an update as to what's gonna happen with the ZR1, the motor, and potentially a new motor in the near future. But again, I still have the GT500, the Fairmont to work on, so I'll bring you as many videos as I possibly can now that the weather starts to cool down. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.